whakawa.
Paul Fosterbell.
E te mana whakawa tuaroa tēnā koe. Sir, in speaking on this Hurunui Kaikoura Earthquakes Emergency Relief Bill, I want to first begin by congratulating and thanking the Minister of Defence and Acting Minister of Civil Defence, the Honourable Jerry Brownlee, who, along with Stuart Smith, the local MP for the Kaikoura electorate, has been making absolutely Herculean efforts to make sure that the emergency is responded to quickly and appropriately, and that people are given every possible assistance that they can receive. So this bill forms part of the response to this disaster, and as others have canvassed, it temporarily increases the timeframes for emergency works that are permitted under the RMA. It allows permitted activity for certain emergency farming practices that might be otherwise not acceptable, but in the case of this situation should be allowed, and it aims to restore Kaikoura harbours to operation. There is a little piece of it that hasn't really been touched on too extensively, and that is the ability for an order in council to be passed to specify additional local authorities under the purposes of this bill. And here in Wellington, I was certainly here when the quake struck, and the building I live in shook. It was a very scary experience, and we have suffered considerable damage here. So it's heartening to know that the government, as well as those areas most affected in Mr Smith's electorate, here in the capital where we have sustained some damage, there is a government that is willing to look to increase the support and increase the emergency provisions as required to enable us to recover from this disaster. It's a very good bill, and I commend it fully to the House, Mr Speaker.
Members, this debate is concluded. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Hurunui Kaikoura Earthquakes Emergency Relief Bill, first reading.
The question is that the Hurunui Kaikoura Earthquakes Emergency Relief Bill be considered by the Local Government and Environment Committee. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it.